Hi guys, Joey the QC here. Tonight we're doing good old Southern style pork chops. I'm gonna fry these babies up and we're gonna make a homemade milk gravy to go with it. For this dish, well of course you're gonna need your pork chops, and I prefer the bone in, but you can get them bone out if you want to. You need 3 eggs, just a dash of milk, a cornmeal and flour mix, and you're gonna need a dash of salt and pepper to go over that to season with. Okay, to start, you're gonna take your eggs, crack them, and you're gonna make your mixture with the milk. All right, pour a little bit of milk in there. It's gonna be about 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. And you're just gonna scramble them up like you would if you were making scrambled eggs. And this will be the batter that you dip your pork chops into to wet them. And the egg helps the flour and cornmeal to cling to the pork chop. Okay, that's good to go. You got half a cup of cornmeal mix and half a cup of all-purpose flour. We're gonna mix those together, along with half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper. I'm just gonna kind of mesh it together like this. All right, now we'll just have to add our pork chops and we're good to go. Okay, let me get this part started. Get my heat going here so we can cook these up. I got about half a cup of vegetable oil I'm using. If you weren't watching on previous episodes, I really love sunflower oil too, but I'm going to use vegetable oil for this. I'm going to turn this on a high heat to start with so I can warm up my oil. Give it a swirl here. Perfect. I'm going to take my pork chops and I'm just going to throw some salt on either side to tenderize it a little bit. On both of these are really thick pork chops, so they may take a little while to cook, but they are going to be amazing. There we go. You can just rub that in a little bit. Set that over to the side. I'm just waiting for the oil to heat up, and we'll get these battered, and then get the flour and cornmeal mixture on them, and then just throw them in the frying pan, and we'll be good to go. Okay, let's get started. The oil's ready to go. So we're going to take our pork chops, and you want to dip them thoroughly in your egg mixture here. Okay, now we're going to do this twice. Take this and I want to coat it really well on both sides. Take a little bit, make sure you get the outside, the rim part of it. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to dip it again. Make sure you get all of it. Okay, and the same thing. Just make sure you coat it really, really well. That's what gives it that nice crispity, crunchy taste. All right, this one's ready to go in. So I'm just gonna throw it down in here. Gonna spin it around a little bit. Watch the grease. And let's go ahead and get our other one ready to go too. Okay. Now, again, make sure you get it coated thoroughly with the flour and cornmeal. All right, and dip it again. Thing. You know, just make sure you utilize everything that you have. Flip it over. Make sure you coat the whole thing again thoroughly. One more time. Shake off the excess and then throw it in with your other pork chop. Move over. There we go. All right, I'm going to throw the lid on that. I'm going to turn that down to a medium-high heat. And we're going to cook it for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'll flip it over, and then we'll cook it for about 20, 25 more. and then we'll check it, make sure it's done on the inside, okay? I just flipped these over, and as you can see, they're a nice golden brown. And I've just got to cook them for about 20 more minutes, and they should be cooked all the way through. Just throw that lid back on. See you in a few. So while my pork chops are finishing, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the gravy. Now, I already took about 5 tablespoons of our grease that we used to cook the pork chops in, and I'm gonna sprinkle 5 tablespoons, or about 5 tablespoons of flour into this. And we're gonna stir that around, and then we're gonna slowly add our milk in. Get it all blended together. It absorbs that grease. And then we'll add the milk in and cook it down. And so you slowly add the milk in here. Mix it in with your flour and grease. A little bit more. And you just want to thin it out so it's fully liquefied. Then we're just going to smooth that down and let it cook, and then it has to re-thicken into a gravy. Now as you can see, the gravy starts thickening up. Everything starts blending together. And we'll just add some salt and pepper to taste into our gravy. And our pork chops should be just about done. We'll check those in a minute. And I want to shout out to Diana and Tell for the new chef hat. Thank you very much. Okay. Whew. Those are some thick, thick pork chops. But man, they look delicious. There we go. Perfect. We'll throw this on the back burner here. Make sure everything's off. Perfect. Now, I am going to serve these with the biscuits I made in an earlier episode. And of course my gravy. And we are also going to add this little bit of salsa that we made up with fresh olives, tomatoes, and some of our herbs from the garden. And I'm just going to top off the pork chops with these. I'm just going to split these biscuits a little bit on the top here. And a little bit of gravy to go on top. The lid comes in handy if you don't want to spill gravy everywhere. And we're just going to top off our biscuits a little bit with this country milk gravy. And we are ready to eat. For now, I'm Joey, the QC. I'll see you soon.